What's up, baby? You know what it is. You already know what time it is. You see the hat. You see it, all right? Listen, I said I wasn't going to do one of these videos, but I changed my mind. I can't resist. Look, you see the hat, so you already know what we're talking about. It's Monday. That's right. College Football National Championship, College Football Playoff National Championship tonight. The rematch of last year's epic battle between the Clemson Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. We're not going to talk about what happened last year. We're going to save that one for the history books. All you sports historians and analysts, you can go back and look at that. You know what happened. You were there. I wasn't there. I saw it though. So I want to talk about this year. Clemson played tough all year. We've been in some close games. We lost one during the regular season. We learned a lot from that game. We grew up a lot in that game. I think we're more ready for Alabama this year than even last year, perhaps. And by some accounts, last year's team might have been marginally better. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say. We have the same quarterback, but some people would say that last year's team was marginally better. I don't know. But we're not in last year. We're not going to talk about the past. 2016 is gone. We're in 2017, all right? So, let me get back to my point here. Clemson. And I know some of y'all out there are Clemson haters. Some of you, and you my boys, I love you to the end. Some of you Ohio State fans are mad pulling against Clemson. It ain't our fault, you know. Your coaches didn't put you in the best position to win that football game. And, and a lot of times it's not about the... sports comes down to one of two things. You got two things going on with sports. You have coaching and you have execution by the players. Sometimes the players are forced to play with a crappy game plan and they execute to the best of their ability, but the game plan is flawed. And then on other occasions, the game plan is excellent, but the players don't execute. Like last night with my New York Giants, that I won't talk about all the drop passes that affected the game. You can say whatever you want. But you guys saw me on Facebook Live last night, so I'm not going to revisit that. In fact, I deleted that video because really that was an emotional moment for me. So I couldn't leave it out there. I like to leave yesterday and yesterday. So anyway, let me get back to the point here. Sometimes you have players that come into the game where the coaches have prepared them and they have a great game plan, but the players don't execute. But every now and then, you have that combination of a great game plan and great execution, and it produces beautiful things. And sometimes you have a poor game plan, but you got players that overachieve and still come away with the win. What's going to have to happen tonight for Clemson to win? Keys to victory for the Tigers. Clemson needs to just do what they've done all year. Just play smart football. Play smart football, execute, make plays. That's all we got to do. The defense, make plays, make tackles. Make tackles when the opportunity presents itself. On offense, make those catches. Make that extra cut. Or make that block. Be heads up and smart and don't get a flag thrown on a critical third down. Things like that. That's all we got to do. Okay, Alabama keys to the game. I'm not giving you any keys to the game for Alabama. Do your own homework. Okay, I'm not an Alabama fan. I'm not going to tell you what Alabama needs to do to win. All right? So all I care about is my Clemson Tigers and the fact that we're in the National College Football Playoff National Championship again against Alabama, whom I have a world of respect for Nick Saban and what he does. That's a great program. That is a great program, and the two best teams in the country are playing tonight. Okay, so you're not going to get any slick mouth fanboy comments from me, okay? I'm not going to do it. I just want to talk about the X's and O's, okay? And from an X's and O's standpoint, I'm going to be basic. Clemson just needs to execute. They have a very high-powered offense. All they got to do is execute and then make third down stops where they need to. Don't give up any big plays. That's what killed us last year, was the big play. We don't give up any big plays this year, and we play our game, we're going to be fine. Coaches versus coaches. Nick Saban's a great coach. Some would argue that he's better than Dabo. I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that. I'm not, if I say one thing, I might sound like a fanboy. If I say another, I might sound like a Nick Saban fanboy. I'm not. Both of those coaches are good. I'm not going to say who's better, One of them is more experienced, obviously. One of them has a resume out this world that would make the legendary coach Bear Bryant blush, okay? So, you know, you got that, but then you got the young, charismatic guy who believes. He's a troop leader. That's what I like to call him. He's a man that leads the troops, okay? He's that, you know, Saban is that general that sits on top of the hill with the binoculars. Dabo is that guy down in the battle with the soldiers. That's what I like about Dabo. Dabo's a general that leads from within the ranks. I like that. All right? So that's why I like Coach Swinney. He turned that program around. He turned it around, and we've had a lot of success under Coach Dabo Swinney. So I hope after we win the national title tonight, when the bigger programs that, you know, I'm not even gonna say bigger programs, because Clemson is really under his leadership, they have really, you know, emerged as one of the top football programs in the country. So I hope he sticks around and just builds a legacy there. But there are people that are saying, hey man, he's from Alabama, and if Saban ever leaves Alabama and there's a coaching vacancy, Dabo might take it. But you know, we're not going to talk about future and look at the crystal balls and all this sort of thing. We're just going to deal with what's happening right here, and that is, we got a college football national championship tonight, and it's the Clemson Tigers playing against the Alabama Crimson Tide. And some of you might be wondering, who's my pick to win this game? You know that I'm a fan, but I'm also an analyst. And my pick is conditional. If Clemson plays their game on offense and doesn't overthink it, a lot of coaches do that. Me and some of my boys talk about this all the time. We talk about how coaches do great things, and then they get to the end of the finish line, and they say, well, we think the other guy thinks we're going to do this, so we're going to do something different. No, do what you do. Do what you do. If you're Muhammad Ali, why get into a championship fight and say, well, you know what? I think he's expecting me to throw a jab, so I'm not going to throw it. No, man, your jab is lethal. Keep throwing that jab. So I say the same thing to the Clemson Tigers, you know? Do what you do, man. Don't worry about the other guy over there. If you do what you do, don't worry about him. He's got to stop you. I see that happen a lot in the tennis community. A lot of my tennis, cold tennis players, you know, fans, comrades, people that play the sport, we see it all the time. We see it with the juniors. You see these kids have great tennis games, and they get into a match. So we see it even at the pro level. You see these guys, they got great tennis games. Tennis games flawless. Good serve, good return to serve, good ground strokes, good net game, good everything. Good defense, good offense, good everything. And yet they see a guy on the other side of the net with a big name, and they're like, oh, I don't know if I can beat him. No, man, do what you do. Make him worry about, listen, I don't care who I'm playing on the tennis court. I don't care what they do well. All right? I really don't. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, he might have a big serve. I'm going to figure it out in the match. And if I can't, then, you know, you get what comes with that. But I'm there to impose myself and say, you know what, man? If you've never played me before, you in for a match, okay? And if you catch me while I'm not making mistakes, woo, you in for one, baby. You are in for one. And you know what? I like my chances against anybody if I'm not making mistakes. That's just how, that's where it's at. So that's the kind of confidence you got to have in yourself. You know? That's what makes Floyd Mayweather one of the greatest fighters of all time. Like him or not, you know, hey, oh, he's not a knockout artist. Floyd doesn't knock anyone. So what? Floyd was taught something at an early age. He said, hey, his handlers taught him, son, if you want to have a long career in this sport, you can't get hit. And guess what? He took that to heart, and he made his money avoiding the big punch while dishing out scoring punches. They may not be knockout punches, but they score. And all you got to do is win. All you have to do is win, okay? So I want to take that and bring it back to football. Don't worry about who that is over there. You know, I think Clemson, some of the combat that we've been in this year, better prepares us for this game than perhaps Alabama hasn't played a Clemson this year. You know, now has Clemson played in Alabama? No, but Clemson has been in a lot of big close games where, you know, they really had to play for 4 quarters. Alabama really hasn't had to play for 4 quarters repeatedly this year. You know, they do what they do. And they're confident too. So really, at the end of the day, you know, when you're talking about championship level anything, football, tennis, boxing, basketball, whatever, it is one guy's confidence going against the other guy's confidence, because they both have skill. They both have skill. I mean, let's you know, and you guys, you hear me talking about tennis a lot. I love it. It's pugilism without hitting the other guy. That's why I love tennis. So you look back at some of the greats, and when they went on their runs, they were just more confident than the other guy on the other side of the net, or the other lady on the other side of the net. They take that confidence in there. Serena Williams. When Serena Williams is confident, it's her tournament. When Serena Williams is not confident, the other players have a chance. They have a chance. So when you see Serena lose, typically what you see on her face is she's got something on her mind. She didn't come in the game with the might. She didn't come into the match with the right mindset. Same thing happens with sports, okay? I'm not going to talk about the Giants again. I thought I was tempted. I'm going to leave it alone. So that's all I'm going to say, people. Listen, I didn't answer the question maybe about, the potential question. Who am I predicting to win tonight? I told you it was conditional. But if you're making me make a pick, this is not a fanboy pick. This is a true pick. I'm picking the Clemson Tigers. I picked Clemson last year, and a couple of smart plays called by the coach that caught Clemson off guard, got them some big score and a couple of big plays. And some of them were combined smart plays and big plays. The big play won the championship for Alabama last year. If Clemson takes the big play away from them this year, this is Clemson's game. We played against mobile quarterbacks this year. We're not worried about their quarterback. We played against guys that could pass, throw, whatever. We're not worried about that. All we have to do is execute. Offense, do what they do, put the points on the board. Defense, keep that pressure on the other guy. I'm expecting Clemson to win this game tonight. I'm expecting Clemson to win the game tonight by I won't say by the margin. I don't even want to put that out there. But I'm expecting Clemson to win tonight, if you're asking. And it has nothing to do with fanboyism or anything like that. Yes, I'm a Clemson fan. But, I'm being truthful when I tell you, if Clemson takes care and doesn't make mistakes and they guard against the big play and they keep Alabama from making big plays, Clemson's going to win this football game tonight. That's it. So you got any comments, post them. Let's talk about it. We were here a year ago. Some of you Alabama fans had comments and such to make, and we had some great conversations. And I love having a little bit of healthy sports debate among guys who are both fans and analysts, but I really prefer to talk to analysts because, if you can show me something in the X's and O's that perhaps I didn't see, I may be inclined to agree with you, but I like to have the debate. I like the discussions to start with the analytical side of the game. Tell me what this team does well, tell me what this team doesn't do so well, areas of improvement, and let's compare notes there. That's what I like to do. I don't like to, my team's better than yours. Our uniforms are prettier. I'm not into that. I'm really not into that, okay? So, if you got something, you got an analytical comment, whatever, you want to break it down, it's fine. If you just want to throw a fanboy comment out there, I hear you. I'll hear it. I'll read it. And, I get that part. Not everybody's an analyst. I get that part. So, I'll read those too. It's all good. But listen, man, I'm out of here. I'm about to roll up and enjoy some lunch with some of my favorite fellas there, the guys I like to hang out with. My fellow sports fans, we like to break these things down. We do this all year. I love it. Who needs ESPN when you got your boys, right? Who needs it? So anyway, I'm gonna sign out, y'all. And listen, I know we're just a little over a week into 2017, but I feel like you can say Happy New Year all January if you want. So Happy New Year to you guys. I wish you all the success in the world. Listen, tell somebody you love them and mean it. And God bless you and your families. And listen, have a good one, man. Tell somebody you love them and mean it. Life is short, man. Tell somebody you love them and mean it and show it. Show it. Don't just say it, show it too. You know what I mean? Show that love. So, all right, fellas. And ladies, if you're watching too, Maddie loves you. Peace.